Of all the worlds that you could possibly imagine, the one I'm about to reveal to you is by far the strangest. It is a big round hole inhabited by the creatures known as Asposians, and brought to life through the breath of its 4 wind fountains. These fountains have always been guarded by the wind monks. They were one with the wind, and sometimes one with their gambling problem. Like in every culture, this one too had its own legends about the origins of the wind. The stories of gigantic wind gods that breathed life into Asposia seemed to satisfy most of its people. Even still, the Asposians were quite surprised when these creatures suddenly emerged from the wind fountains and began turning people into stone. Conroy overtook the rule of the land. For 15 years, he protected the Asposians from the wrath of the wind gods. He preached austerity and obedience to appease the gods. Those were dark times. But now you should know, that was utter nonsense. Conroy built the creatures himself in order to control the people of Asposia through fear and terror. Then one day, 3 years ago, he was defeated by a young hero. So what is the real story behind the origin of the wind? The holy dynasty of the Flute Noses has brought the wind to Asposia since the beginning of time. They live hidden deep in the forest and play their wind song in secret.
Just look at him. Look into his devious eyes. Do you see what I see, brothers and sisters? I see a traitor, a murderer, a crime against nature. It was he and his kind, them with their noses, that summoned the Basilians here, whose evil gaze they used to turn innocent Asposians to stone. They murdered our Abbot Conroy in the most cowardly fashion. For years he'd been protecting us from the Basilians. Like a father putting his arms around us, he appeased the Basilians that they have summoned to attack us.
My name is Seraphius Cedar Cantata, flautist of the 2nd rank. It has been my noble task to perform the wind song, and with it keep Asposia alive. The fountains flow because of our dynasty. We are but a tool of the wind.
What did that flute nose say? Louder!
Listen, please. You will all suffocate if we cannot play our song.
Are you all complete idiots? Conroy was evil.
Conroy was our savior. He has given his life for us in the fight against these heathens. But we will get him back, my dear brothers and sisters. And the first thing that our Abbot Conroy will see when he is finally free of his stone form is all the flute noses being thrown into the wind fountains, every last one of them!
You're all going to kill yourselves. Don't you get it? Conroy built the Basilians himself.
Our king will come, and he will bring peace. So says the prophecy.
Did you all see that? He wanted to summon another Basilian. Boo! Boo! As I live and breathe, brothers and sisters, as Conroy's humble deputy, we will hunt down every last flute nose, and we will put an end to them all. And let this king come. He will be the first to greet the fountain.
And there he is, the king of Aspozia, Robert, a statue, helpless and alone. Well, he's not quite alone. His loyal pigeon is here to free him from this unfortunate situation. And did you sleep well?
What? Where am I? Who am I? I can only remember running into the woods. Then I tripped over a basilion. And then I saw a bright flash. Oh no, I must have turned myself into stone.
Who you are? You're Robert. Don't you remember?
Remember what?
That you're a flute nose. The son of the king, the heir to the throne. Sound familiar, child? Conroy kidnapped you 18 years ago when you were just a baby and turned all the flute noses into stone. You grew up with him, not knowing that your father was the king.
Conroy. I thought... Oh, all right.
What am I supposed to do with you, Robert? I take you in and raise you like a son, and this is the thanks I get? You're going to sit down and repaint that until it looks decent. And what's with all those flowers? What are you, a girl? Robert, my boy, listen. Perhaps I don't tell you often enough. But it's no wonder that your parents abandoned you. No one wanted you. And if I hadn't found you and taken you off the streets when you were a baby, you would be dead right now. But now you're here, for better or worse. Now come, play me my song.
Yeah, those were 15 long years.
Yes, but you defeated him. Chin up, boy. Now the only question is why you're still standing around in this forest instead of finally ascending the throne.
I just felt that maybe I'm not worthy of being king.
I would go so far as to say you're not even worthy enough to be a shoe shiner.
What was that? No! Be quiet!
What? Who are you talking to, child?
To... no one. Definitely not Conroy's imaginary voice in my head.
Now, stop daydreaming and pay attention. The flute noses are in danger. And you know that without you all, there will be no wind left either. No air to breathe.
Oh, no!
Exactly right, boy. But there's still hope. There is an ancient prophecy. The legend of harmony. All flute noses and all Asposians will once again live in peace and harmony with each other, and with the wind. But he who shall bring about this harmony is in hiding. You must find him. Take up the search for the last wind monk. Only then can Asposia be saved. Saved, 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 saved.
Wait, where am I supposed to look?
All right. The last wind monk can be found on the other side of Asposia. Take the cable car from Woolington. That should get you there. The number 8 car, I believe, with one layover. But you should ask to be sure.
Got it, thanks.
You're completely alone, my boy. Never. I'm a part of you now.
Concentrate, Robert. You have to save Asposia.
You'll never succeed, and you know it.
Good old Peck. Oh, come on. I bet it's comfy. That's interesting. I don't know what to do with that. It looks like there's a path leading down there. I need a ladder. There's a town down there. I'm sure it's just full of friendly, helpful Asposians. Now, how do I get there? I'm sure this is here for a reason. If only my arms were 3 times as long. What a strange plant. Oh, it's too bendy. I can see my reflection. Hello. Puddles make me happy. I don't want to disturb anyone. That's interesting. It looks abandoned. Hello? Anyone home? It already has an eye. The tusk is sitting loosely in the crack. Seems logical. I just need a reason to do it. Maybe I can hammer the tusk deeper into the ground with this. Uh-oh.
Fluttering Phosphos! What an entrance!
Where am I?
I can't believe it. The heir to the throne is standing before me. I just knew you'd return, Your Grace.
Yeah, about the whole throne thing.
It's you! Ocarina Botonia Septimum.
Yes, about that.
Aquatroitus Pianoforte Rotando.
Robert is fine.
Staccateo, flutist of the nose, guardian of the north, heir to the throne, and first conductor of the brasses to the 4 winds.
That's enough!
The third. Oh, wow. It's really you!
I think Robert suits you more.
You can just call me Robert.
Sure thing, Your Grace. I'm Libretta. But you need to be careful. Anyone with a flute nose is no longer safe. Here, put on a nose cover.
Thanks. I will be careful.
I can't believe that you're actually standing in front of me, Your Grace. I knew you way back when you were still a baby.
Quite an ugly baby, as I recall.
What's happened these past few years?
I made sketches of everything. Someone has to keep a record of what's really happening in case one day we, well, aren't around anymore. You had just saved us all. And I thought, now, everything's going to be all right. But then you were suddenly gone. And then he showed up. Everyone thought we were evil and that we had summoned the Basilians to attack them. And that Conroy had perished in one last heroic battle against us.
But Conroy is the one who built the Basilians.
Try telling that to an angry mob. We're officially Conroy's murderers and the evil Basilian summoners. Pretty impressive, huh?
What?
Yeah, they think Conroy was protecting them from us the whole time. Some of us were able to get away, but the rest were dragged away kicking. Since then, it's been so quiet. And everywhere you look, you see these horrible red banners. Nowhere is safe for us anymore. I'm not safe here anymore. You're not safe here anymore.
So there's still some flute noses out there? Are they in hiding?
I hope so. I haven't heard from the others in years. You haven't happened to see my little sister, have you? I'm all she has left.
No, I'm so sorry. But don't worry, Libretta. There's a prophecy.
The legend of Harmony?
Yes, exactly. I just have to find the last wind monk. Then everything will be all right again. I have to get to the other side of Aspozia.
Well, we have a cable car here that can take you, but it's been broken for a long time.
There's nothing that can't be repaired with a little luck and ingenuity and random objects. And then we can get out of here.
I knew you'd come to help us.
That's Libretta. She sells postcards. Hello?
Hi, diddly-ho, Your Grace.
Do you happen to know anything about the wind monks?
Good question. I never really paid attention to that kind of stuff. I think they come from the mountains or something.
Excellent. So, there's this prophecy.
You mean the legend of Harmony? I always thought it was about the one who would finally unite the flute noses and the Asposians.
Exactly. It's about the last wind monk.
All right then. If you believe it, then I do too.
How do you even know my real name? I didn't even know it until recently.
Do you not remember me? I'm your cousin, Libretta Celestia Arioso.
You're my cousin?
Yep, you have a whole bunch of aunts, uncles, and cousins. And that's just the bows. Then there's the Ariosos, the Minuettis, the Saraban clan, and the Basses. Not to mention...
Where are they all now?
Well, most of them... I don't know. I really don't. I ran away when they started coming for us. But now you're here again.
Is there perhaps some sort of replacement king?
No, you didn't have any siblings.
What about a queenly aunt? Or why don't you do it?
Nope, sorry. It has to be someone from your direct bloodline. Oh, do you have a kid?
I don't think so. Although, before I was turned to stone, I did kiss a girl. Oh my God. Maybe I'm a father.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way.
Oh, right. She was a statue when I kissed her. Be ready to leave at any moment. I just have to repair the cable car, then we can be on our way.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm so excited to see the rest of the world.
You don't happen to know how to repair a cable car, do you?
Have you tried talking to the guy on the roof of the Tumble Mouse shearing factory? He was a cable car driver. Maybe he can help you.
I'll let you know as soon as I've repaired the cable car.
Whatever you do, just hurry. Your being here has already caused a stir.
Those are such pretty postcards.
Thanks. Yeah, I was always pretty talented. I used to paint portraits for the dynasty. Now I mostly paint flowers, babies, and landscapes.
How nice.
Yeah, but my real talent is in forging documents.
What?
Oh, you know, IDs, official paperwork, money, that sort of thing. I once counterfeited someone's last will and testament. I can also make tickets and official stamps, but they're almost too easy.
Oh, my.
Yeah, but the project I'm currently working on is Conroy's diary.
Why do you forge things?
It's kind of a hobby of mine. Besides, I've been able to help a few flute noses with it who are on the run. You know, not everyone can hide their noses as well as we can.
What's with all the red banners and signs?
The Conroyalists hung those up.
Oh, man. For a second, I thought I heard you say Conroy.
Yeah, you heard right. Apparently, someone murdered him and now we're paying the price through persecution.
Oh, no.
Yeah, supposedly we murdered Conroy, who supposedly defeated the Basilians, who we supposedly summoned to attack people.
Delightful.
And everyone really believes that we used Basilians to attack people.
Yeah, it's no pretty story either. And at first we all thought, hey, we're not stone anymore, and Ocarino's son saved us. Hooray! Everything's going to be all right. We can come out of hiding, and a new era has begun. But then... So where exactly have you been the last 3 years, Your Grace?
Where, have you been the last 3 years?
Here.
Oh.
I've been painting postcards.
So, how have you been able to stay hidden?
Meh, what can I say? Most of my customers just want portraits of themselves. No one really notices artists. Should I paint a picture of you?
Conroy once had a painting done of me. He made me sit still for it for over 12 hours.
Oh no. I bet something sad happened.
But he only let the artist paint my nose. And he hung the painting up in my room to remind me that I'll never be a normal Asposian.
What a monster.
Oh, haha. It was for my own good.
You were with him for a pretty long time, weren't you?
15 years, 8 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. Why do you ask? We have to stay hidden.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I saw a couple being taken away the other day. I think it's about time to move on from here. Every day it becomes more dangerous for us.
Okay, thanks.
No problem, Your Grace.
I doubt anyone would miss this. The removal of signs and posters is forbidden in Asposia. One of the thumbtacks is loose. It's mine now. The removal of signs and posters. The entrance to the shearing factory. It's locked from this side. Fluffy and practical, the perfect combination. If only my arms were 3 times as long. Peck, stop. What has Laura been teaching you? All right then, thanks. Sorry, but you can't just take everything you want. You can't get it to work by pecking at it. He's waiting for another card. Hello?
Who's there?
I ain't never seen you around here before. You ain't one of them pipe blowers, is ya?
No, I'm just Robert.
That's even worse.
What do you want, kid?
There sure are a lot of anti-flute nose posters around here.
Yep, they're from the Brotherhood of the Conroyalists, the final resistance against the flute noses. Course I'm a member. And I got the badge to prove it.
Oh, what a pretty brooch.
Brooch? Men don't wear brooches. This here's a badge, a symbol.
A symbol for what?
For the alliance of the Conroyalists under Emil.
Oh, please, no. Since when does Conroy have fans? Everyone used to hate him. It didn't matter what he said or did, no one ever listened to him.
That's exactly right. He was one of the most misunderstood politicians of our time.
What the hell happened these past 3 years? I can't believe people actually like Conroy now.
I can't believe they ever didn't. Good thing Emil revealed the truth.
Who's Emil?
The savior of the people. He's a good man. Tells it like it is. He made sure things didn't go downhill after Conroy sacrificed himself for us. Took over till Conroy can be reinstated.
No, that can't happen. It took forever to destroy it.
You killed me, Robert. You're a terrible apprentice.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. What you doing there?
Shoveling tumble mice into mine carts.
How come?
So they can travel the world.
Oh, how exciting. It must be nice to be a tumble mouse. Traveling the whole day in a mine cart. No suffocating, soul-crushing responsibilities. Where are they traveling to?
To the factory. Then we'll shave them and ship them back out again.
And then?
They go back to the factory.
And then?
Really?
You enjoy your work?
No, I'd rather drag my ass through broken glass. The only thing I gotta look forward to is my lunch break.
When is that?
The foreman announces when it's time.
Why don't you just take a break now?
Are you crazy? Where you from? That would be anarchy. Nah, you gotta wait for your breaks. Take 'em when you're told.
How did you become a tumble mouse shoveler?
Well, I took over this job when my father died. Why? You trying to steal my job?
But you just said that you hate your job.
That's not the point. Besides, we still got our lunch breaks. If only the foreman would call it already.
Hey, do you know anything about the old cable car?
What's there to know? The old thing's been broke since the accident.
There was an accident?
Yep. That nut job who used to drive the thing is still up on the roof of the shearing factory. You want my opinion? That guy's got a couple of screws loose. They should lock him up.
You don't happen to know anything about the last wind monk by chance?
Yeah. I know everything about Conroy. Read his official autobiography after he died.
I didn't mean him, actually. And as far as I know, Conroy only had a personal diary.
Yep, exactly. Emil took care that it was made available to the people.
Is there anything in there about building mechanical wind gods to serve his own evil purposes?
No. But there's lots of truth about them pipe blowers.
Pipe blowers?
You know, kid. The gang with them freaky instrument noses. I admit, that phrase ain't no compliment. But I'm be damned if it don't fit.
Did he write anything in his diary, that is, biography, about where exactly the wind monks came from? Like maybe an address, perhaps.
Yeah, sure. Wind Monk Monastery, number 14, Holy Street North.
Oh, really? Thanks. I didn't think there'd actually be a real address.
Of course there ain't no address, you twit. You grow up in a cave or something?
If you mean a place void of all light or hope, then yes. Goodbye.
Hey-ho! Hey.
What's that supposed to mean? It's not like I can fly. These banners are hanging all over town. They're just like the ones used for National Root Day, only more evil looking. What would I need that for? Ah, this thing checks the contents of the cart. A flute nose summoning a Basilian. I didn't know we could do that. The removal of signs and posters is forbidden in Aspozia.
Wow, a fresh face. Well, how nice. Welcome to Emil's Brothers Wacky Stuff Store. As a welcome gift, I'd like to offer you a genuine Wellington mystery bag, filled with some of our finest local specialties.
Thanks. Can I have this tumble mouse?
Tumble mouse? You mean my sponge? Oh, get that out of here. It's making my allergies act up.
The egg is being held up by some round metal piece.
It's called a four-cornered circlet dialer. It's from the old cable car. I found it.
I'll never hit the center with these weird darts. What would I need that for? I'm sure this is here for a reason.
If you want that, you'll have to win it in a game of darts.
Interesting wind gauge.
Oh,
Too far away.
the wind gauge is not for sale. I'm afraid it won't hatch.
What's under this sheet?
Hands off. Only true cable car enthusiasts are allowed to see my cable car model.
How are you supposed to play with these weird-looking darts?
Ah, so you want to try your luck at darts? Well, just step up to the white line. Ha! That was terrible.
How are you supposed to play with these weird-looking darts?
These are professional championship league darts. They don't just fly to the targets by themselves.
That sure would be nice. A dart that could just fly into the target. The mark of a true tourist trap. What would I need that for? I'm not carrying that around with me. I'd rather not touch that. The boom fits perfectly into the holder. What do you want me to do? You can raise it. Phew, that was close. Stupid bird. Oh, not him again. Oh, not him again. That thing must weigh a ton. Phew, that was close. Stupid bird. It seems to be missing a fan belt. Phew, that was... Can you fix it? No, stop. That's there for a reason. The boom fits perfectly into the holder. There's an egg in it. That's not even a real egg. It's just half of a tea infuser that's shaped like one. I can't really see much. One of the lenses is loose. Oh, a lens is loose. Not a... Oh, not him again. That thing must... It's screwed on tight. They're attaching the conroy head. I can't unscrew them like that. If I chew it first, I can use it to make an imprint of the screw. Wahoo! A screw imprint. That's interesting. I think you have to insert a ticket. Too far away. The entrance to the shearing factory.
That's enough. Take a time out. Shush! Shush! If you want to borrow something, just ask. Shush! Shush! now you just sit there and don't move. Hey, now you just sit there and don't move.
Gladly, boss. Finally, my lunch break. This cheese is as hard as rock. Inedible. This never would have happened under Conroy.
Are you hungry? It's me again.
Hail Conroy.
Hail.
No, I'm not going to say that. Hey ho, hey ho.
Hey ho!
That must be the button that makes the carts move forward. There's nothing more to see. I can't get it open. That must be the button that makes the cart. The scanner will only let tumble mice through. An empty mine cart. I've always dreamed of being covered in tumble mice. If only my arms were 3 times as long. That can stay here. I'd rather not touch that. I'm not carrying that around with me. She's always tossing a lever into the air. Hello?
Hello? Who are you? I've never seen you here before. Oh no, let me guess.
My name is...
Don't tell me. Does your name start with an M?
No, it's Robert.
Does it start with a P?
Robert.
That's not how you play. Does your name start with an S, maybe?
Robert.
Could your name be Robert?
Yes.
Ha! Now try to guess mine.
Molly?
Holy crap, that's right!
Really? Cool. What are you doing here?
Guess.
Nothing?
Yep.
Your job seems pretty... dull. How can you stand it?
I can't. Everything here is so boring. This whole damn town is boring. The factory is boring. And even in your most boring dreams, you can't imagine how boring wool is.
Hey, since you're so bored, do you want to play a game?
Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes.
Okay, what game would you like to play?
Oh man, I'm so excited. Let's play tag.
But you're probably not allowed to leave your station, are you?
Oh, right. Then we'll play I Spy with My Little Eye.
Okay. I spy...
Cart, tumble mouse, bridge. Oh, no. Oh, you spy the intercom. Oh, this is so exciting.
Oh, my. Yeah, so I was going for tumble mouse.
I knew it. I won. Wahoo! This is the best day of my life.
So, I heard the cable car station is around here.
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to go?
Oh, well, I don't actually want to go anywhere, but I have to...
Yeah. We all have got to do things we don't want to do sometimes. That's even in our national anthem.
Wollington is a pillar of the Asposian community.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Conroy always said. Imagine where we'd be if everyone always did what was fun. Everyone would be happy and nice and friendly. The world would be filled with peace and love.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Everyone just being happy, like idiots? Where would that get us?
Yeah. Did no one ever try to repair the cable car?
Nope. The people here really didn't like the idea of it from the beginning. That anyone could just up and leave, see the world. Crazy. But I do happen to have the exact tools needed to fix it.
Aha, that's good to know. So, you have all the tools needed to fix the cable car?
Got everything here, just tell me what you need. A number 9 ratchet thingy with a 3/4 head? I've also got about 1,000 different screwdrivers.
I don't know much about tools.
Forget it, boy. You're only going to screw things up.
Okay, just show me the type of screw you're working with, and I'll give you the right screwdriver.
What's that thing that you're always tossing into the air?
You mean Levy the lever? He's my throwing lever and my only friend.
Hello, Levy.
He likes you.
Can I have him?
Robert, do you want me to die of boredom?
No, of course not. Where did you get Levy from?
Oh, I found him after the cable car crashed. That was the most exciting thing that's ever happened here. You just can't imagine. The noise, ripping metal. There was broken glass, blood, and destruction everywhere.
That sounds awful.
And cool. Sometimes I'm so bored that I just want to break something, just to fill the emptiness in my heart.
Hey, would it be okay if I borrowed Levy for a while? I mean, if I used him for something.
Would he like that?
Yes. I think I just heard him say that he wants to come with me.
Boy, if you think that a lever is talking to you, then you need some serious help. Do you often hear voices?
No, just the one. It's Conroy's voice, and he's constantly calling me a loser.
Loser.
Can Levy come and take a trip with me?
Levy doesn't want to, but if you bring me something else to play with, maybe I'll trade you.
Everyone seems to really like Conroy all of a sudden.
My people have always loved me.
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to say this out loud, but that dude always seemed like a dictator to me. I hated all the worshipping. That was the only thing more boring than working here.
He was a terrible person. Everyone should be thankful that he's gone.
You really shouldn't say that too loud. I sometimes even wish he were back when I think about what Emil is doing to the world.
Who is Emil?
He just suddenly turned up here when he was a baby. Poof. Was laying in front of the general store. He's quite a loner. Always has been. Not that he didn't try to fit in here, but I never liked him. He always made sure that no one ever had too much fun. Everything had to be orderly. That was his motto.
That was Conroy's motto too.
Oh, a man of my own heart. I would have loved him like a son.
Yeah, Emil even liked that monk when everyone else just thought he was annoying.
What does Emil plan to do?
Well, it looks like he's trying to put Conroy back together again.
Oh no, I'd better hurry.
Do you want to go to the execution?
Execution?
Yep. Emil wants to sacrifice all the flute noses in a tribute to Conroy. That is, all of those that he's captured so far. There's still some Conroyalists around hunting for pipe blowers.
Oh no, I've got to hurry up and find the last wind monk. So the Conroyalists really want to have Conroy back. Hey, how would it be if a new wind monk took his place?
No clue, but where would we even get one?
You don't know either?
Have you tried asking the crazy dude on the roof of the shearing factory? He sometimes rambles on about wind monks. But then again, I don't know how much you can trust what he says. He's been a bit mixed up in the head since the cable car crashed. He was the driver, you know.
I wonder what happened.
Just go ask him yourself.
Take care, Molly.
Later, Robert.
Here, look at this.
Hey, this imprint reminds me of something. It looks like a number 12 screw.
May I borrow a number 12 screwdriver?
Yeah, sure. Boring.
Hey, Peck, you want to go into the inventory? There's lots of gears turning in there. I'd rather not touch that. I'd rather not do that. That's interesting. That could be useful. Too far away. Aha! The door opens from the inside. That's way too heavy for you. What are you reading there? I Wool, true news for the underdogs. It's me again.
Hail Conroy!
Hail.
No, I'm not going. Hey ho, hey.
Hey ho!
I don't need to cover that. I can poke the thumbtack through the holes in the tea infuser. There's nothing more to see. There's lots of gears turning in there. Why should I do that?
Did you stop the mill? Start it back up again.
Oops. Sorry. Oh, how pretty. That won't work. Why should I do that?
Hey, who stopped the windmill? Open the door.
That sounded pretty convincing. Strange-looking guy. But then again, we are in Aspozia. What can you expect? Hello? What in the name of the wind are you doing up here?
I must admit, I have no idea.
Does that help you to, think?
Sounds plausible. Let's say that. From now on, that's the reason.
So what are you thinking about?
I was one of the most successful cable car drivers. But on my maiden voyage to here, my car crashed right into the building. I am the sole survivor.
How many people were on board?
Just me.
How did you crash? Was there a technical error?
No, I was just so lost in thought that I forgot to brake.
Oh, I see. Would you like me to get you down from there?
That's for you to decide.
Aren't you a bit lonely up here?
What is loneliness anyway? What aside from the absence of another Asposian? In order to stave off loneliness, Asposians search for other Asposians and make little Asposians with them, who are also alone, as all children are alone.
That makes me so sad. Do you have room for me on your windmill? What do you do about food up here, actually?
I eat the flies that get caught between my teeth. Their taste is bitter, but so is life.
What do you know about wind monks?
Everything. But it's a secret. And I can't just tell a simple-minded kid like you. Your brain simply isn't big enough to handle the enormous amount of information.
Really, everything? Do you also know who appoints them to monks?
Of course.
And who might that be?
The wind monks have always been personally appointed by the wind gods. I can't tell you any more than that.
Because you don't know?
Of course I know. I'm just not telling you.
I could just as easily claim that my parents appointed them.
Ha! Then your parents would be wind gods. Who are you, anyway?
If only I knew. Where do the wind monks come from?
Well, they used to live in a monastery near Old Aspia. They were orphans, abandoned by their parents. As to the goings-on behind those walls, I cannot say. They largely kept to themselves.
Have you ever seen a wind monk before?
Not in the flesh, but my parents would often bring food to the monastery, as was tradition. Other than that, one could see a strange light at night that would wrap itself around the monastery. Some said it was a ghost. In any case, it sure did curse a lot.
I heard that Old Aspia is the most beautiful city in the world.
Well, it's certainly the oldest. It also has the highest percent of unemployment among philosophers. Many philosophers live on the streets there. I myself was a hyper-nihilist. You know, the doctrine of absolute futility. I graduated at the top of my class after I explained to my professors that studying was actually a completely pointless act, since we're all going to die anyway. Alone and naked.
Did you grow up in Old Aspia?
Yes, and what a dreary childhood it was.
But the city's said to be so beautiful, full of Asposian culture.
Alas, that time has come and passed. Back when the Asposians still lived in harmony with the wind, and you could get root ale for free.
Do you still remember the good old days?
When the ale was free? No, not one damn day.
How do I get to Old Aspia?
The only way is with the cable car.
But it's broken.
Well, in that case, I guess you'll just have to stay here.
But I want to go to Old Aspia.
The only way is with the cable car.
But it's broken.
Well, in that case, I guess you'll just have to stay here.
But I want to go to Old Aspia.
The only way is with the cable car.
But it's broken.
Well, in that...
But I want to go to Old Aspia.
Did anyone ever tell you you're more annoying than a leaky faucet?
You mean today? Can't someone just repair the cable car?
People can do lots of things.
But you don't want to?
No. My memories of the accident still haunt me like the ghosts of 1,000 angry warriors.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, I am constantly reminded of it, like when I witness a terrible accident, for example.
Oh, well, that's understandable.
Yes, it is. And I still possess the first and only ticket from my maiden voyage. How I despise it. I'd love nothing more than to burn it. But I'm all tied up here.
Should I just take it from you?
Yes, take the damn thing. Be gone with it.
Hello? Thanks for the ticket, but it's already been stamped.
The exchange or return of a ticket is only possible before validation.
Well then, I guess,
Luck is nothing but an illusion brought about by coincidence.
That's where we need to go. I don't know what to do with that.
You better not try that again on my watch.
Sorry. It's already been stamped. That won't work. This ticket has already been stamped. Can you, make it not stamped?
Sure, I'll just paint over the stamp for you. There you go, just like new. With that trick, I've been able to use the same movie ticket for 3 years now.
I sure hope this works.
Me too. If we get caught, we're dead. Con royalists have been popping up everywhere. Everyone speaks in whispers since they've arrived.
I'd better hurry. We need to get out of here soon.
Woohoo! I'll finally get to see some of Aspozia. I bet I'll find lots of great motifs for my postcards. So far, I've only had the dynasty for inspiration, and this dump. If I have to paint one more foggy, dystopian landscape, I'm going to throw myself into the nearest wind fountain.
That must be the button that makes... I don't think they're interested. The egg is being held up by...
It's called a four-cornered circlet dialer. It's from the old cable car. I found it.
Can I swap this round metal piece for this nest?
Sure. Go ahead. Hey, that looks even better. You can keep the circlet dialer. I have a whole box full of them.
One could almost think this was a dart. It's way too floppy to throw.
What exactly are you doing there? My eyes aren't what they used to be, you know. Ah, so you want to try your luck at darts? Well, just step up to the white line. Well, golly, you got it right in the middle.
Good job, Peck.
Peck?
That's, my darts player name, Peck Pack Po.
My darts player name is Emil's brother.
Ah, very creative. Let's get you out of this stuff.
You've earned the prize fair and square.
I've never won a prize before. That looks like fun. It's not like I can fly.
The wind gauge is not for sale. Oh, wow! An original ticket from the maiden voyage of our very own Woodington cable car. I see I have a true aficionado before me. Well then, how would you like to see a highly detailed model of our cable car? Go ahead and take a look. The model is so detailed, even the driving settings are correct.
The details are so tiny you can barely see them with the naked eye. What is this? A cable car for ants?
Lowbrow. No touchies, only looksies.
I can even see the configuration of the cable car's control panel. Let's see. The lever on the ship. The dial is pointing northeast, and the two middle buttons are lit up.
The model is so detailed.
The details are so
lowbrow.
That looks like fun. Why should I give this to them? I'm not... A miniature wind fountain, complete with the 3 wind monks Pandur, Malleus, and Conroy.
Oh, thanks. I can waste my time far more effectively with this. I don't need this lever anymore.
That seems to be connected to this. I'd rather not do that. I wish the real Conroy's head had been detachable. I think you have to insert a ticket. The car is good to go. The wind gauge seems to be broken. I can't change the settings like that. That's the cable car's control panel. Nope, that doesn't fit. Now you're just... Something's not right. The details are too tiny to see with the naked eye. The lever is pointing to the little boat. The dial is pointing northeast, and the 2 middle buttons are lit up. The lever is pointing to the little boat. The dial is pointing northeast, and the 2 middle buttons are lit up. I can't change the settings like that. I can't change the settings like that. It's lit up. The lever is pointing to the little boat. The dial is pointing northeast, and the 2 middle buttons are lit up. I can't... Now... Now I can set the dial. The lever is pointing to the little boat. The dial is pointing northeast. That won't work. Something's not right. The wind gauge seems to be broken. Something's not right. It looks like the wind gauge is missing. I'm sure I'll need this again. The boom fits perfectly into the holder.